back here to Odiveles for the Super European Goalball League Champions League. It's our second game of the day, day 4 of the Men's and Women's Champions League. And our next game sees the hosts, Sporting CP, taking on Lyon. Well, Sporting have got off to a great start in the Women's Champions League, currently with 9 points out of 9. Can they make it 12? We'll have to wait and find out. But Lyon, they're desperate for the points as well. 0 points on the board as it stands, and defeat for them would make them guaranteed to be playing in the 5th versus 6th playoff, which will be also against Key. So lots to play for in this one, lots of action to come as well throughout the day. So Lyon up against the hosts, Sporting. Who's going to take home this fixture? Well, Sporting lining up, as are Lyon. We have the referees in position, and we're about to get this game underway. Let's see who can come out on top. Can Lyon cause an upset on the hosts? And Lyon get us underway, and just to confirm the 2 starting 3s for both teams. For Sporting, we have number 3 Anya Custodio, we have number 7 Amanda Dennis, and number 9 Vasiliki Ago. As for Lyon, we have number 1 Audrey Belkier, number 4 Nadege Berthier, and number 5 Kuriakos. Koka, the central position, the number 5 for Lyon, stopping that one. Well, before coming into today's action, we had Amanda Dennis, who was top of the Women's Champions League goal scoring stats, and that one's just tippled off the post. That's effort from Anya Custodio, with that really interesting and unique throwing style, throwing from behind and throwing through the legs. It's a really interesting style, but it works for her. And at the moment, it remains 0-0. Yet to see any of the VAR technology being used today. And Lyon will have the opportunity to throw here. It's with Audrey Belkier. Who I believe has family, relative support from Samir, who's been watching all the games. And it's thank you very much for all the viewers who have been tuning in throughout the Men's and Women's Champions League. This is our second game of day number 4. We're into the weekend, into the final stages of the group matches, and we'll have the knockout games. We have 4 quarterfinals. Coming up for you, the final 4 games of the day will be the men's quarterfinals. Before that, we'll have the 5th of Group A versus the 4th of Group B in the Men's Champions League. That's a playoff for the final spot in the quarterfinals. There's Anya Custodio with that throw. Oh, really well defended that time by Audrey Belkier. She just fell onto the ball, but she stopped it from going any further, and she will respond across the court, just wide of the left post. The key player, Audrey Belkier. Top scorer for them with 9 goals, Belkier. So still nothing to separate these 2 teams. just a technical timeout. Anna Custodio just has to redo her shoelaces. So to confirm, just a quick glance at the league table for this Women's Champions League. Sporting CP, 3 wins out of 3, 9 points, and an incredible defensive record as well, only conceding the 4 goals. Interestingly, they're not the top scorers. Oh, that one slams into the post. Close on that occasion. Lyon just holding on in these early stages. Just a reminder, Lyon need this victory to stay within touch. And they'll need a big swing in the goal difference as well after that result for RGC Hansa. At the moment, nothing to separate the two teams. Lyon defending really well, solidly. And they'll know they're in for a tough ask to try and beat Sporting. Defensively, one of the best in both the men's and women's Champions League, with those only 4 goals conceded. Oh, and it just trickles over the 2 players from Lyon. And that's the first goal. Just went over the bodies of Koka and Belkier. Both of them went for it, couldn't stop it. And Sporting strike first, 1-0. Now it's really important for Lyon to remain composed and try and hit back. The two coaches of Lyon, Andre Torres and Nabil Baish, just on the edge of their technical area. Oh, it just goes through, but brilliant work from Audrey Belkier, who scrambles in front of the ball and just in the nick of time off the goal line. Good work. Oh, but this one penetrates through the Lyon defence, sliced through Koka and Berthier, who's playing on the right of the 3. It's 2-0 here to Sporting, and are they just starting to gather a little bit of momentum, the hosts? But of course, Sporting have a youngster, 18-year-old Leona Silva, who has made a couple of appearances so far in the games, and it's a great experience for us. There's another effort, and it's just trickled in over the body. Oh, Koka and Sporting are now starting to push on now. And trying to assert their control of this game. Oh, and a high ball called against Lyon, and now this is a great opportunity for Sporting to add their 4th. Custodio. Brilliant finish, no mistake there, and a huge smile on her face as she adds another one to her tally. It's a really interesting blend of nationalities in this Sporting CP team. Brazilian, Greece, USA, all out on the court at the moment. out of play, straight on this near side of the court. So just a reminder, of course, Lyon throwing from right to left, Sporting from left to right, with Lyon in this purple kit for today. With Sporting in their traditional white and green horizontal stripes, the famous white and green stripes of Sporting. Here's Anya Custodio on this near side. It's a fizzing effort, but it's a high ball given against her. And this is a really important opportunity for Lyon. It's just been a bit of a frustrating opening quarter to this game, and if they can just get a goal, just to build a bit of momentum, got to build it block by block. Here comes the number 4, Berthier. Can she finish? She comes right over to this right corner. Oh, but it's well wide in the end. Angle's completely wrong there. Really unfortunate for Nadège Berthier. And it remains 4-0 to Sporting. Amanda Dennis from the USA with that effort there that's expertly blocked. So just to confirm the standings as it is momentarily at the moment in the Women's Champions League, Sporting atop with 9 points. Malmo are second with 7 points. RGC Hansa are third, also on 7 points, but have the worst goal difference on 0. And Old Power at the moment are fourth, with Lyon fifth and Ike bottom of the table. Interesting that Lyon have not opted for a timeout as of yet. I think they just need to regroup here. Just start again. Just to calm the game down. It feels very rushed at the moment. A bit hectic. All over back to Sporting. Custodio. Here is Alex Custodio now. Oh, and it just trickles in. Oh, it's really unfortunate for Audrey Belkier, and she might have just injured herself here. She collapsed into the back of the net. There's a metal bar in the back of the net, and she seems to be okay. That's the main thing. Oh, she just couldn't stop that. Really unfortunate. Just burst through her hands, and it's now 5-0 to Sporting. Under 5 minutes remaining of this first half. Sporting asserting their dominance. Timeout call by Lisbon, leading 5-0 in this first half, and it's been a frustrating opening half for Lyon. And I think this timeout has come at a good moment for them, just to
We're going to see some replays.
Here we
go. I come back with replays.
Fantastic. Perfect.
And once again, I come bearing gifts.
Okay.
Do you know what is a pastel de nata? It's a cake, and I brought one to you.
Ah.
So now you can taste the flavor of Lisbon.
It's right here in front of me.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm going to have a little taste of Lisbon here. Let's have a go. Lovely.
Huh?
I think that's I think we'll have to take this back to England.
It's the sweet taste of victory.
It certainly is. Absolutely beautiful. As is Sporting's performance so far as well.
So Ivailo says that he wants one too. Okay, come to Lisbon, man. It's really easy. there's this cake all around Lisbon and all around Portugal also. And in Peterborough.
And in Peterborough. I'll have to go up to Peterborough then.
They have a Portuguese store where you can eat pastel de nata. So there are 6 goals to Sporting Clube de Portugal and 0 goals to Lyon still. I think Samir is not happy. Samir, you need to cheer up your team because they need the support.
And 4 more goals for Lisbon here would finish the game. And Lyon just need to... It's almost just building the blocks, slowly and surely. Get 1, then try and get 2. Try and frustrate Lisbon. Good block. Audrey Belkier on the left.
Oh, Ivailo is a player because he says he couldn't find a team to come. So...
Well, there we go. That's the first one for Lyon and the excitement for Audrey Belkier.
Então, Marlene, bom dia, aqui de Odivelas. Estamos a assistir ao jogo entre o Sporting e o Lyon, que o Sporting vence por 6-1. Estamos a aproximadamente 3 minutos e 30 segundos do fim da primeira parte, com o Sporting a vencer por 6 bolas. Relembro que, chegando ao resultado de 10 golos de vantagem, o jogo termina. So, you just listened to a little bit of Portuguese because one of our viewers, Marlene, just asked for the result. And I think, I'm not sure that she said on one of the previous games that she couldn't see the result, so we need to make audio commentary. Yes. Audio commentary? Yeah.
Oh, this could be a second here.
There's some confusion
it's just
on
wide.
Sporting Court.
Well, that goal for Lyon has just really raised the energy levels.
Even Samir wake up. He is now saying Allez Lyon. Yes.
Well, it's just what Lyon would have wanted.
Marlene says a good day to us and thanks for the help.
Things are just starting to happen for Lyon. They're causing problems for this Sporting defence. A couple of close calls. Leona Silva playing on the right for Sporting.
We're going to see some change. Number 4 leaves. Number 8 will enter in the Lyon team.
So number 4, Nadège Bethier leaves us, and number 8, Louise Rondepierre comes on, as does Audrey Belkier comes off as well. And Meriam Elgoussi Bouelia comes on.
So everything is checked because the referees need to check the iPads and the eyeshadows.
Well, Louise Rondepierre is the youngest in this Lyon team, and getting chance to try and shine.
Ivail Vatov says this is supporting Vicky because they play together in Clio. Clio, I'm not trying that word in Greek. Clio Thessaloniki. Thessaloniki. Thessalonic, okay. But in Clio Thessalonic in Greece.
I think it's in the north of Greece.
My geography about Greece is really,
Am I right?
really
It's
weak.
in the north of Greece? I believe I am.
He's going to answer. Ivailo, Thessalonic is in the north, the south, the east, or the west of
I think
Greece?
it's northeast, I think.
You go through a road, then you turn left, then you turn right, and then you are in
You find your
Thessalonic.
way, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, good save.
Oh.
Diving to her right by Coca. Oh, and there's a seventh. It's just creeped through. It just found its way through between the centre and the left winger. 7-1 now, 4 away for Sporting, and the result will be theirs.
Okay, so it's very close to Bulgaria, in the north of Greece. That's the reason that Ivailo played there. And we have Marlene saying to Ringo that Sporting is Sporting and they need to give them the lesson because they are playing in Portugal. They are playing at home, so let's go Sporting. And Sporting is doing well.
Certainly
6 goals difference.
3 wins out of 3 so far in the Women's Champions League and on course for 12 points.
And a lot of rotation in the team, so they are...
It's off the post. It's going to stay out. It is. And good decision from Boulia just to throw the ball out. Wasn't too sure on the timings of that one.
This was one of those that could go either way.
Well, Sporting are well, I'd say that, but are in a commanding position. And now
goal.
it's 8-1. Sporting. It's not been high-paced. It's not been arguably their most polished performance, but it's been professional and they've been clinical. Or as some people would say, maybe it's not been heavy metal goalball.
But it doesn't need to be.
No. It's all about getting the job done, and Lisbon, Sporting I should say, in Lisbon, are doing the job at the moment.
And it could be, I don't know, but it could be that they are checking all of the players, testing everything, because they are going to the higher phases of the championship and they need to be... Oh,
well, it's an own goal. Well,
yeah, it was a goal. Let's see the replay.
We don't
because
have
this
that
one
often,
is the
especially
one difficult.
from Sporting. Sadiki Ago, she was just simply wanting to pass to her teammate Silva. And that is half-time. Well, what an end to that first half. We've not had many of those throughout the tournament, and very surprising that Sporting have conceded that own goal. Maybe just a momentarily brief lapse of concentration, but it's no harm for them really. Sporting, they are leading 8-2 at the break. Let's have a...
And what? Now I need to tell everybody that Bradley is coming back to the pastel de nata.
It's very Moorish. It's very nice, I have to admit. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's got a lovely taste. It's like say a hard custard, almost?
I don't know what is a hard custard. So
Custard? Do you know? Oh, do you not have custard here?
I don't know. I need to check what is custard. But
Oh, us Brits, we love our custard. Anything on like a sponge or anything like the custard.
it's like a cream.
A little bit of a cream, a thicker cream, yeah.
Yeah, it's made from what? From milk?
Milk, flour, I think a bit of cream, some sweeteners.
It's probably...
Yeah.
We call it nata.
Nata.
Yeah, which is the top of the milk when they This is going to be a funny talk, but you know the milk.
Yeah.
You let it stay.
Yeah.
And there's a membrane over it.
Yeah.
What do you call it? That
I know what you mean. Would you say it's gone off?
No, it's
milk
not.
Is not.
It's not ruined.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Oh, it's okay.
It's just.
I don't know.
Okay. We'll check and we'll come back.
It's nice anyway.
Now in the gastronomic goalball academy, we can do a cook show. That is something like a comic show also, because it's almost a comedy. Samir is saying good appetit, bon appetit en français. So it's been 12 minutes of playing. Sporting is winning, but it ended just ended the first half with an awkward goal that was an error.
It was. We haven't had one of those from the Sporting women's team. They've been thoroughly professional all the way through, and very surprising. I think it was just a momentarily lapse in concentration, and it can happen. And the reaction from Vasiliki Ago, as soon as she heard the buzzer go, as soon as she heard the whistle go for the goal, she immediately knew what happened, and I think she will be, in a way, it might just encourage her to try and put things right and score a goal herself. It's 8-2 coming into the second half.
She owes one to the team, so she will pay it back. Everything is checked, and it's the second half, and let's play goal ball. The referee is explaining the results and informing the players.
So substitution for Sporting, Anya Custodio comes off, and she is replaced by Maria Silva.
Ivailo says that Marcia wants the girls to take experience. So this rotation that we have been talking about probably is something like that. Give them some minutes of European competition.
Yeah, and it's credit to Marcia that she just wants to give everyone a really good opportunity out there, and quite rightly going to gain some valuable experience from these players. And there is the 9th. And a real big smile on the face of Silva.
Haha. We have new intel and pastel de nata. In English, it says Portuguese custard tart.
There we go. It did taste like custard.
You need to thank our production team. They are brilliant and they always support us. A big kiss to everyone.
Well, it was nice. I finished it.
What you are telling is that you want another one.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. Okay, I'll tell you where to buy them.
Apparently, I can buy them in Peterborough.
Yeah, you can.
It's just outside London. Well, just outside. It's not too far from London. I can get the train up to Peterborough.
1.5
And
hours.
I can go and meet Dan, Dom and Joe, who live very close to Peterborough as well.
In
Ropers.
They live in a... Where did they live? Oh, I love the name.
What, the Ropers?
Yeah.
They live in a town called March.
March, because it's my birthday. March, it's between Peterborough
and Cambridge.
and Cambridge.
Yeah.
Oh, the Nords are still asleep. Nords, where are you? You didn't say anything today. It was a hard night yesterday. A lot of partying in March. No, the pastel de nata was not a sponsorship. Was purely the friendship between two commentators here in the commentary box. But it had the secret plan of promoting the Portuguese tourism, so that everybody which is watching wants to come and taste the Portuguese pastel de nata or the Portuguese custard tart.
I'll have to take these back to London, and
And promote them.
in South London. And anyway, back to the game. It's Sporting who lead 9-2, and a substitution here for Lyon.
5 gonna leave, and 1's gonna enter.
So Kuriakos coming off. Audrey Berkier is coming back on.
So, now in Portuguese, faltam aproximadamente 9 minutos para o final deste jogo, ou o Sporting terá que vencer a esta altura por 12-2, porque o resultado está neste momento 9-2, com vantagem para o Sporting. So I was telling our Portuguese audience that there's something like 9 minutes on the clock, or at now 8.5, and Sporting is winning by 9-2 to the Lyon, and the game will end or by the clock. That's
8.5 minutes remaining. 3 goals.
Or 3 goals.
Sporting lead. So Lyon's next game is up against AVH, which could be the 5th versus 6th playoff at the moment. And a 10-second penalty against Lyon.
And we're going to see the green card. It's a protest, and we need to ask for the replay.
Well, here we go. This is the chance for the referees to take a look at the monitors for VAR. Alexander Connect is going over to check the VAR table.
The referees are watching it, and they are pretty sure by the body language. I have to remember the viewers. Okay, it maintains, and we have to remember our viewers that there are some innovations on this championship, as the use of the VAR and the green card rule that allows the coaches to show a green card that oblige the referees to check and go to the VAR and check if the play was rightly chosen or not. And in case that the coach is right, the green card comes back. In case he's wrong, he loses the green card and one timeout.
Well, the penalty was upheld and it was taken by Masarika to go, and it's now 2 more for Sporting to wrap this game up ahead of time.
And we are now 2 goals away
Well, Sporting,
of technical knockout.
they won their previous game, their final game for them yesterday, 10-0 against Aiki. And they're on course for another 10-goal victory. Oh, great response from Lyon. 10-3 now. That's all they can do at the moment. Just keep chipping away at the scoreline. Make Sporting work for this victory. Still a long way to go in this second half.
Out, a little bit wide. So we have Ivailo, and I forgot to tell you before because of what everything was happening in the field. But Ivailo says that Pastelnata could be a special goal ball food.
Yes. Oh, that's a four for Lyon. Well. Bit of momentum now gathering with the French team. And the 2 coaches are up on their feet now, really geeing on their team. Andre Torres and Nabil Baish.
But nevertheless, there's going to be changes in Sporting. 5 leaves and 7 enters.
Yes, Leona Silva comes off and Amanda Dennis now comes on for Sporting. There was a lot of support for Leona Silva on our YouTube stream.
Okay, we have Paulo Franco saying a lot about the history and the scores that Sporting Club of Portugal has been making in his history. So he's telling us about the 40 European titles in 6 different sports, and that it's only outnumbered by Barcelona and Real Madrid that have more titles to win. So he says, congratulations, Sporting Club de Portugal. And Samir, every time that Lyon scores, he comes back.
Yeah, Sporting, it's almost not just a single club, it's a big institution, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the 3 bigs in Portugal.
Yeah.
And trying to be fair, but probably the one that supports more different games, not only the football, but a lot of small sports, including a big Paralympic department, which is led by Marcia Ferreira.
Oh, and there we go, it's 11-4. And now that momentum just feels like it's been stopped now.
Good news from our production team, which says that our 36 minutes from March to not Lisboa, which is the store in Peterborough. We are taking care of your diet, Bradley. We are taking care of your diet. Yesterday was pizza, today is pastel de nata.
Just couldn't be kept
Tomorrow
in
is
that
cozida
time by Audrey
portuguesa.
Belkier. Audrey Belkier on the right side for Lyon, right of that 3. Defensive work by the substitute Amanda Dennis. Amanda Dennis, 17 goals coming into today. Here is Louise Montpierre. Well, at times you felt that Sporting were going to get this game wrapped up and finished before the end of the game, but Lyon have just managed to peg them back and frustrate them a little bit.
But I have to say, and I have a bit of inside information because I made a long interview with Marcia a few days ago, an interview that is available on our YouTube channel. And she has a particularly strategic mind about this sport, and I can say that probably she's seeing things that we are not seeing. The rotation of the players, the putting some of the new players, having some minutes on a big important European play could make a difference for the next years and for the next challenge that they are be encountering. So I can't tell you that she is doing their best because they are playing in such a different level at sometimes that it could make a difference for some of the players.
Yeah, Marcia, she's coaching not only just the women's, but the men's as well. She's across the whole board here of this of Sporting CP, and she's really attached with her players and emotional, and she makes sure she supports every single one of the players, doesn't she, all the time? You see her hugging the players, making sure they're ready to come on, encouraging them.
Yeah, and I want to tell everyone that can see that interview, and it's available, and you can put subtitles and everything. So you will see a different side of Marcia, and I understand that she understands this game as a whole, and not the parts that are playing on the field. And she connects with her players in such a different levels that make obtain these big results. And we are talking about a coach that is the coach of the women's and men's team that are champions of Europe. So it's a big woman in a such young age.
Yeah, she's certainly been very successful, and I'm sure she'll be aiming to try and secure the titles again this time.
I believe so. So if you want to see, it's really easy. You go to our YouTube channel and trying to find out the playlists about a show that is called A Conversa Com, and you will see 1 hour interview with Marcia Ferreira. It was a pleasure to make that show. Really. We shot it in the João Rocha Pavilion in just close to the Alvalade 21 Stadium. It's the home of the Portuguese. It's the home of Sporting goalball team. And we have a question from Andrzej Kumar about where the cameras for VAR are located. So they are located in special points of the field. This broadcast doesn't have access to those cameras because those cameras are only to VAR, and they have a different television to see what is happening. So I will ask to our crew to show us the VAR zone, as I just... Okay, and you have one of our technicians just there, and they see 4 different cameras and also our broadcasts.
So substitution.
And yes,
here.
they are pointed to the lines.
Substitution here for Sporting. Maria Silva comes off to replace by Bruno Lourinho. So only one more goal to claim here for Sporting to confirm the victory. Can Lyon prolong the game?
And we have Amanda Denish. It's the best women scorer. So if someone can resolve this game, she is it.
There she is now, Amanda Dennis, playing on the left.
With that special throw that she does.
Yeah, along with Anna Custodio, who's a really unique throwing style. Here is Bruno Lourinho.
High ball.
High ball called against Bruno Lourinho.
Andreja, I'm not sure that those recordings will be made public because there are some technical things that need to be evaluated because this is a test. It's assumed by the organization that there will be falls because they are testing everything. But in the future, probably even making part of the broadcast himself.
Well, a really special moment that for Bruno Lourinho, and you can the cheers and the roar from the bench and the players, they were all with her in that moment. It was a great save. She was really trying hard to follow that ball all the way, and she cleared it very well. And as soon as that ball had gone out, Marcia Ferreira was up on her feet and cheering her on.
Out.
A really great moment, that one for Bruno Lourinho, and they remain at 13-4, so that penalty was saved. Here is Amanda Dennis down the centre. Oh, tips onto the crossbar. Inches away from nearly completing victory.
Ringo is asking me, because he's studying journalism, and he's asking me if I have a different view of life because of these games, and if I think to continue with us, with them, I suppose. I'm being really motivated to help, and Kuriakos TV channel is really motivated to help with these different sports, because we can learn a lot from each other, and as we have been said, they are real superheroes. They have senses that we can't even imagine. So it's really impressive the way, and I was telling you in the first game that our TV crew team yesterday tried to play the game, and they are the best. They do it really good. So of course that I will try to continue to broadcast this kind of games. And I'm part of Kuriakos TV, so when Kuriakos TV is there, I probably will also. So it's a pleasure, and we'll be back soon in November.
Yes.
So do not forget to use the hashtag Bring Bradley again.
Anything that can help to showcase this brilliant sport of goalball, and these players, and I think you use the correct term, they are superheroes, all these players, and they have put on such a show for us these last couple of days. It's been a fantastic watch. And as we come to the climax of this competition, we've got today and then the final day tomorrow.
The next question, Ringo, I will respond you in the next game, because I think this game deserves our full attention, because we are 1 minute away from the ending, or one goal away from the ending. So where is your cookie, Bradley? 1 minute or one goal?
I'm going to go for 1 minute. I think Lyon are going to hold this out at the moment. They're just frustrating Sporting in the last couple of minutes.
I'll say it's now.
Here's Amanda Dennis. Oh, great save. That was Louise Ronpierre. He pushed that ball away. Did really well. So 34 seconds remaining. It's 13-4.
She doesn't want to risk the 10 seconds. Oh, I just seen a hug between the coaches of Lyon. They need their heads together because it's a difficult result for this tournament.
So this result will confirm that Lyon and IK will compete in the 5th to 6th place playoff. Oh, so close to a 5th for Lyon. And interestingly, the final round of fixtures will see Lyon and IK play each other before that 5th, 6th place playoff. So we could get a few interesting tactics and mind games going into that one before the playoff game.
Because it will define who's the last. So they will fight, and every one of them, we can tell this, they fight until the end. So in the meantime, our production just made available the link for that interview that I was talking about with Marcia. So everyone that wants to see it, it's available here in the link on our chat. So 8 seconds to go. This is probably one of the last moves. And a defense.
And there goes the hooter.
And you won the cookie.
I did. It's a convincing victory, though, for Sporting.
We'll now have the shout. They will do their war shout.
So we'll swiftly be moving on to our 3rd game of this penultimate round of fixtures, I should say, in the Women's Champions League, which will see Old Power taking on Malmo. And that will be coming up next.
A lot of clapping from a team for the other. And we are ending this broadcast because we have a few minutes to go until the next game, which will be
Old Power taking on Malmo. Don't go anywhere. That's coming up next.
And we'll be with you if you are with us. Until then, até já. They are saying